Hey everyone, welcome back to Roanne's Project. Today, we will recap the 2008 drama film, The Reader, directed by Stephen Daldry and based on the novel by Bernhard Schlink. This film, set in post-World War II Germany, explores the intertwined themes of love, guilt, and redemption. It's a story that raises profound questions about the impact of the past on our present. The story begins in 1958 in West Germany, where 15-year-old Michael Berg falls ill with scarlet fever. After collapsing on the street, he is helped by Hannah Schmitz, a woman in her mid-30s. Once he recovers, Michael seeks out Hannah to thank her, and an intense, secretive relationship quickly develops between them. Hannah is a stern and enigmatic woman, and despite the significant age difference, she and Michael embark on a passionate affair. Hannah often asks Michael to read to her from various classic works of literature before they engage in their physical relationship. This routine of reading followed by intimacy becomes the foundation of their bond. Their relationship is deeply intertwined with literature, as Michael reads to Hannah from books like The Odyssey by Homer, The Lady with the Little Dog by Chekhov, and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. Through these readings, the film subtly hints at the themes of love, betrayal, and moral ambiguity that will later become central to the story. Despite their closeness, Hannah remains an enigma to Michael. She is emotionally distant and keeps her past hidden. One day, without warning, Hannah disappears, leaving Michael heartbroken and confused. He is left with unanswered questions and a sense of loss that haunts him for years. The narrative then jumps forward to 1966, where Michael is now a law student. As part of his studies, he attends a war crimes trial where he is shocked to see Hannah among the defendants. She is accused of being a former SS guard at Auschwitz, responsible for selecting prisoners to be sent to their deaths. During the trial, it is revealed that Hannah, along with other female guards, locked a group of Jewish women in a church that was later bombed, resulting in their deaths. The evidence against Hannah is damning, and her co-defendants attempt to place the blame solely on her. Michael is devastated by this revelation and struggles with the moral implications of his past relationship with Hannah. He attends the trial regularly but remains silent about his connection to her. His inner turmoil is further complicated when he realizes that Hannah is illiterate, a fact that could potentially mitigate her culpability. The turning point of the trial comes when Hannah is asked to provide a sample of her handwriting. Rather than reveal her illiteracy, she falsely admits to writing a report that incriminates her, sealing her fate. Michael is torn between his loyalty to Hannah and his moral duty to reveal the truth. Michael's silence during the trial is a critical moment in the film. It highlights the complex emotions he feels, guilt, shame, and confusion, over his past with Hannah. His decision not to intervene is a reflection of the larger theme of the film, the personal and collective guilt carried by those who lived through the Holocaust. Before we continue, may I please request for your help to grow my channel? Please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe. Kindly hit the notification bell so you will be informed whenever I upload new videos. Let's get back to our recap. Hannah is sentenced to life in prison, while her co-defendants receive lighter sentences. Michael's life continues, but he is unable to escape the shadow of his past. He distances himself from others, including his family, and becomes emotionally isolated. Years later, in the 1980s, Michael, now a successful lawyer and father, revisits his connection with Hannah. He begins to record tapes of himself reading the books he once read to her. He sends these tapes to Hannah in prison, rekindling their bond through literature. As Hannah listens to the tapes, she begins to teach herself to read and write. The act of learning to read is symbolic of Hannah's journey towards self-awareness and redemption. She finally starts to confront the atrocities she was involved in and the consequences of her actions. The narrative takes another turn when Michael receives a letter from Hannah, written in her own hand. The letter is a plea for reconciliation, a sign that she has taken responsibility for her past. Michael, however, remains emotionally distant, unable to fully forgive her. In the late 1980s, Hannah is granted parole after serving nearly 20 years in prison. Michael is contacted by the authorities to assist with her reintegration into society. Reluctantly, he agrees to help and visits her in prison, where they have a tense and emotionally charged conversation. During their conversation, Michael is still unable to forgive Hannah completely. He arranges for a place for her to stay and a job but remains emotionally detached. Hannah, sensing his distance, decides to take matters into her own hands. On the eve of her release, Hannah commits suicide. She leaves behind a note for Michael, asking him to deliver her remaining money to the daughter of one of the women who died in the church fire. This final act is Hannah's way of attempting to atone for her past. Michael fulfills Hannah's last wish and meets with a Holocaust survivor, Alana Mather, who lives in New York. He offers her the money, but Alana refuses, instead asking Michael to donate it to a Jewish charity. This moment is poignant, reflecting the theme of remembrance and the importance of acknowledging the past. The film concludes with Michael visiting Hannah's grave with his daughter. He begins to open up about his past, finally starting to come to terms with the impact Hannah had on his life. This moment signifies a step towards healing and reconciliation with his own history. The Reader is a complex film that delves into the moral ambiguities of love, guilt, and redemption. It is not just a story about a forbidden romance. It is a meditation on the human condition and the moral dilemmas that define our lives. That wraps up our recap of The Reader. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the film and if there are any other movies you'd like me to cover. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.